Hey everybody, welcome to the Prime 4 podcast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Ross. Alex.
First things first, whoever thumbs down our previous video last week, I'm fighting you. IRL. One thumbs down. No thumbs up. But out of like the 10 views that we got, one fucker.
Well, somebody
decided to thumbs down.
Somebody must have not liked the ableist language.
The audacity
Holy
on that
shit.
mofo.
Yo.
No, I'm kidding. Do whatever you want.
I'm doing some research. And I'm
that one thumbs down was probably Pete Buttigieg.
Booty Judge, we know you're listening.
Donald Trump watches us and he's like, oh, that was the worst episode ever.
Oh my god.
Fuck those fuckers. Thumbs down. If that's the best you can do, that's great.
It's the worst one since the first episode where Bryce said those racist things.
It's like I don't want to watch Fox News anymore. What do they got on here?
Yeah. So, all kidding aside, all jokes aside, we're going to talk about a Joker. And his name is Royce the 5'9".
Oh.
There was an interview. God damn it, I should have fucking pulled it up. Internet better load it. Okay, so I'm going to get you some quotes here. He responded, he released a music video, he did an interview, and he responded to the anti-vax lyrics. And I wrote down, it says the most ignorant, dumb shit in an interview. But I did save the quote, and I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here of what he said in the interview. Just so, give you some perspective on it. It is a written article, like interview. There's no video of it.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me try to... Okay, so the interview asks, in quote unquote, the whole fucking thing, maybe paraphrase, I don't know, it depends on how I read it. One more thing about Tricked, the song where he talks about anti-vax. On the list of people doing the tricking, you have the Centers for Disease Control and the authors of other medical studies who say there's no link between vaccines and autism when you rap. From day one at the hospital, they target our children, say they're going to immunize them, they somehow get autism. Why did you include lyrics saying there is? He says, I have a child on the spectrum. All of my kids have been vaccinated. Okay, first things first, let's pick that apart. Okay. How many kids you got? How many kids you got?
I don't know.
He's got more than one, right? They've all been vaccinated.
Says,
Only one of them got the autism.
Mm-hmm. The autism, you sound like an 80-year-old person.
Okay.
Facebook.
I'm going to the quote still. Within the last couple of years, I started being just real, like a real information junkie. I started doing a lot of fact-checking and a lot of reading. A lot more reading than I was doing. You got the regular facts that get presented to you, and then you have the other facts that you got to go research. Well, I found that I was able to draw a correlation between autism and vaccination. I found vaccinations linked back to autism in many ways, and my wife is not anti-vax. So if I was ever going to have any more kids, we'd probably have to figure out a way to meet halfway. So I'm not in any way trying to encourage people to not get their kids vaccinated. I encourage you to believe what you want to believe. So there's more, but keep going.
At least he said that, but...
Yeah.
But before that, he's literally saying, I did research myself, and since I came to that conclusion, I'm going to put it in a song and try to tell other people.
Try to convince other people.
The thing is, we can say whatever the fuck we want to, right?
Yeah.
As
until
humans,
it's dangerous.
This is our platform.
Right. We can't shout, fire in a crowded theater where there's no fire, whatever. But
you can, but you just
you can get in trouble for that. I think there's some sort of charges.
Yeah.
But yeah. In his songs, if he's covering this material, you as an individual, and I'm looking straight at the camera as I say this, you as an individual have to figure out if you're going to listen to someone who has actual knowledge in research in these topics or someone that does not.
Well, I mean, Alex Jones obviously has better information than a fucking person who has a degree, right?
Royce researched this.
Yeah, on InfoWars.
Let me keep going. The interviewer then says, "Is there a danger being a public figure and bringing up this disproven link between autism and vaccines that you might be discouraging your audience from getting their kids vaccinated?" Royce says, "It's not a danger because I'm speaking the facts. People are against the anti-vaxxers. Where are their facts at? What facts do they have? Was there something that America told them? Because I operate under the edict that America is guilty until proven innocent. Very woke. Interviewer says, that was sarcastic woke. There are studies from many different countries. It's not simply America. It's not just the CDC. Royce responds, okay, well, I study what I want to believe. You go ahead and believe what you want to believe. How about that? Interviewer says, this is a belief that has been consistently disproving. Do you have any kids on the spectrum? No, I don't. So how are you going to tell me how to feel about my son? I'm not going to tell you how to. And then Royce cuts him off. It hasn't been disproven. It hasn't been disproven. You're telling me what you want to believe, and I'm telling you what I want to believe. It's just that simple. You don't have any facts that can say that I'm wrong. You're just telling me what you believe, and I'm fine with you believing that. But don't try to tell me what I can say and what I believe. I believe what I want to believe, and I say what I want to say. So you feel like I can believe it, then it shouldn't be anything else to talk about. What's the next question? Question mark. Okay, so let me just rewind it back here.
Can I just bring a kid that has autism that wasn't vaccinated to him and say, well, prove why does he have it?
You could.
I mean,
he's gonna find a way to fucking move the neurons around to just ignore it.
We don't live in an age of information. We live in an age of affirmation. So if I go online and have this belief in my head or my heart about...
You don't watch Fox News because it's actually, like, the truth. You watch it because it makes you feel good about the way you believe.
Yeah, it reinforces what you already believed. And, like, if people are doing that with vaccines, I mean, that's a personal choice that they've made, you know? But the difference between this situation and Fox News is this actively could affect the people around you in a fashion that's more readily available to the human eye. Whereas if you're watching Fox News, you're like, oh yeah, well, if I don't see it, it doesn't happen. And I'm not racist because I do, or I'm not judging because I do. And this entire situation is hilarious. I mean, he does have some very valid points. He is entitled to believe whatever he wants to and go about it and say whatever he wants to. I understand that. But if you're wrong...
if your brand goes under, then
I just want him to point
consequences.
I just want him to point out the specific things in the vaccine that alter the brain chemistry of a person.
Well,
what I want him to do.
He's not capable of that. He also just argues fucking semantics like you guys would, like with the Kanye ghostwriting thing. It's like, are you autism itself? No? Then how do you know what you do?
The thing
like, that's what you guys would end up saying, and that's what he's pretty much saying.
The thing is that, in turn, I don't think is 100% a fair assessment. Now, if he has a kid with autism, and he is looking for something to blame, and he chooses to blame vaccines, that's on him. You know, he has to have something to blame.
He's trying to find meaning and a reason.
Yeah, like he
needs someone to blame other than
genetics, something outside of his control.
Blame God.
Whatever.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you believe in God, blame him.
And you know, and it's like
rap about it.
I could understand it from that perspective. I mean, to him, it's like I need somebody to blame. Like I don't care what if you haven't been through this exact experience, you don't know how it feels to feel the need to blame something for this situation so you can get on with your life. I'm not saying it's correct. I'm you know, that's the same mentality where you're like, oh, maybe he just, you know, maybe he's just violent because he's black. You know, that's that same mentality.
It's like that mentality.
You know?
Yeah, and it's easy for us.
Stupid.
It's easy for us to say these things that he's stupid, he's wrong. But yeah, like Chris said, we don't have the child with autism, so we can't understand where he's coming from. But it sounds like
he's wrong.
Well, he's definitely wrong. But it sounds like he has a lot more to unpack. And hasn't come to grips with the fact that he has a child with autism. Yeah. And that it's not going to be normal. It's going to be a difficult journey depending on how far on the spectrum and stuff.
He's got to have money for therapy, though.
He has it.
Now we'll put
he's got money. He rapped about it.
Like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's just go back and pick this apart. He said, quote unquote, I started doing a lot of fact checking and a lot of reading. A lot more reading than I was doing. You got the regular facts that get presented to you.
Yep.
So
He just said you
Fake
have
news.
facts that get presented to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the other facts that you got to go research.
alternative facts.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. He's pretty much saying you have the truth that gets presented to you, but then what you believe you have to dig deeper to find.
This is the fucking deep state right here.
Yeah. It's crazy just how full on defensive and just it completely admits that, like,
Dude, he's
Like,
literally
it's-
okay. Here's the deal: he's a pirate, but he ain't even got a peg leg right now. He doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
he
But-
admits that he was looking for just an article that said that he was right.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's
and he went
just
on Breitbart
sad.
or the fucking Blaze,
Yep.
and he got it. You know.
Oh,
Yeah, like,
And he's
it's-
like, it hasn't been disproven. It hasn't been disproven. You tell me what you want to believe. Telling you, it's just that simple. You don't have any facts that could say I'm wrong. It's like, dude.
It's
There-
literally the prove that God exists like thing. It's like, well, you can't prove he doesn't exist, so fuck you.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just you just get to semantics and shit.
yeah, it's
It's like, well, also
and it's like-
prove the other way. You can't. So
Yeah.
why the fuck is he so adamant that?
You have
Well-
you have the majority of experts in these fields that have peer-reviewed journals on the subject
Six
that are
Sigma.
published and peer-reviewed, which means their peers agree with what they have done, their study and their research, and then you got everybody doing these experiments and everything. They're finding that there's no correlation between autism and vaccines, but then you got one guy who was paid by Russia to put out a journal or a study that said vaccines cause autism. And you know what happened to that guy? He was fined, I think, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. And if I remember correctly, he also lost his license to teach medicine because it was deliberately misleading and caused people like Royce to make albums about it, about their
I
views.
don't
It's intentional disinformation, and Russia, I believe, has been linked behind it, just like with that other trash.
Well, I know they're pushing the anti-vax now, but I know back in the 90s when this guy had his kind of Krippendorf's tribe moment where he got a lot of money to do a study and he'd come up with nothing, so he made some shit up.
Yeah.
Later retracted it, but people still hold it up like it's good science when the guy literally faked all the fucking data.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's
But,
phenomenal.
they pressured him to fucking retract his study. It's like, no. The guy literally fucking made it up and admitted to making
They
it
don't
up.
seem to understand
Yeah,
if there was
but-
actually something wrong with the vaccines. You know, it's like, oh, if we fix what's wrong with the vaccines, then everyone will get vaccines instead of having a ton of people not doing it. It's like
It's
I mean,
like
what-
L. Ron Hubbard and Scientology.
I mean, what
too.
are they trying to
Well-
convince themselves? It's about money. I mean, that's all. That's all it
the
sounds
thing
like.
is across the spectrum. If we look at how
Ooh,
people,
calm down with that shit,
right?
dude.
If we look at people that have received medicine, so you have Eastern medicine, Western medicine, whatever.
You have fucking crystals and goop and shit.
Well, yeah, it's like all sorts of, different ideals on, this one thing. And there are things that are the placebo effect and stuff like that, that there should be no reason why this works, but it does just because of your mind state towards it. So it's like people are already a bit apprehensive because they have to understand that the control is not within, their grasp.
Did you poop?
Vaccines do cause autism because his son got vaccinated, and now Royce got autism.
That's fucking gold.
Well, I
That's
mean,
gold, but fucked
you
up.
can't fucking prove me wrong, though.
No, I can't. You got me. You are telling the truth. Because I can't prove them wrong.
I could come out and say that autism is spread like the coronavirus, and like you'd be like, prove me wrong, man.
The thing is
So-
there's mountains and mountains and mountains of research that goes into,
Exactly.
everything that is to be trusted. And with people figuring out now with the news and it becoming a lot more in your face that you can't trust the news, people are like, well, I can't trust anything. Fuck all of this
Well,
shit. I just believe what I believe and I
here's
go
the
on that
deal.
path.
I'm waiting for it to be like, oh, your kid got autism because you had sex before marriage or something like that.
They-
You prove
gotta-
that's wrong.
you gotta
Like, I understand
understand.
that.
like, as far as conservatives are, they believe that science has a liberal bias.
Yeah.
The
True.
universe itself has a liberal bias. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, it's just the way it is.
Yeah. Did you know that flat earthers acknowledge that every other satellite and planet is round?
Yep.
Except for
Just
the Earth.
ours
Yep.
is flat.
Yeah. They're like, we've observed that all the other satellites and planets are round in our solar system.
But we
It's
ain't
like,
gotten high enough to see the Earth yet.
Did you
and
see?
it's just like a flat earther. It's like the Earth is flat. No, it's not. Smart people say it's not. Okay, well, you can't say that. You can't prove me wrong. And it's like you're right. I actually can't. If we put you in space, you're gonna be like, oh, there's a monitor in the window. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Or this
You
is
saw
like,
that flat
or
Earth
you
guy,
drugged me.
That flat
Yeah.
Earth guy died like in the last week or two because
Yeah.
he
Doing a rocket.
trying to shoot a rocket up
Yeah.
and he died.
Good,
I'm like-
good. That's true Darwinism right there.
I remember
That's what he wanted.
He tried a while back and he had to abort, and people were saying that it was sabotaged by like the government or something.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
For
Oh,
the
good.
love of God.
Then they did
Sure
it
they
this
think it was
time.
this time too.
Then they triple checked this time, and they
They
ensured
killed
there
him.
was no one there that was not flat Earth for life, and then he still died, and then they had nothing to blame but themselves.
faulty parts that the government.
Yeah, that,
Maybe.
that China sent them.
Yeah. Holy shit.
We're like
Parts were
conspiracy.
tainted with
Yeah.
coronavirus, and the rocket got sick, and that's why he died.
Yeah. Speaking of coronavirus, did I tell you guys that someone from my work had to go on a work trip to California, and they came back this morning, and as they were coming back, or like during the day today, my company sent out a statement saying that they've banned all travel to international travel and intercountry travel.
Oh, your
Until further notice, and I'm like, and then bleep that.
Oh,
and,
shit.
and then this person,
Yes.
yeah,
Now we're going to have to go back.
2 beats, and then this person that I know traveled there, and the coronavirus shit is going on, and now they're going to come back. And it's going to be the first cases in Minnesota. I guarantee it. And it's going to be with me. And it's going to be with me. All because I said kids in wheelchairs are called last week. and Ross has to believe that.
Okay, at least they're all in a group.
I can't not laugh at that.
Should we just say, and we're back? Then you could just cut what I said.
For sure.
Speaking of coronavirus, I'll restart. Someone I know went to California, and then the breakouts are happening, and they came back today.
Okay.
And I think next week I might get it and then give it to everybody. And it's going to be the first cases in Minnesota.
You better get on that
Nah,
vaccine
bro, we're
pretty
gonna have to
quick.
take like a month break just to make
Yeah,
sure.
just
Yeah.
like, you know, a
If
quarantine
when
month.
episodes don't come out, I'll tweet that our Twitter that no one looks at that, sorry, there's no episodes. We have
Right.
Corona.
Just like
And
put a picture of the beer
Yeah.
on there. And the beer sales are going down because
that's ridiculous. That's happening.
I already said
people are not taking any chances.
Well, granted,
Like,
Corona tastes like shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
we'll just
I wouldn't-
blame it on the
well,
virus.
yeah,
that the
exactly. I
sales
wouldn't
went
drink
down.
like. I would rather drink fucking straight Budweiser, which is the worst beer known to man than
Yes.
Corona.
I
Like,
agree.
and Miller Lite.
I already sent
Have you
my.
guys tried
I already
that?
sent my
Keystone?
primary vote in, so I'm good.
Did you get to do that?
Yeah.
How
Ours-
did, don't
ours
you?
were
Do
by
you have to
ballot.
have a reason?
It's-
Our precinct thing doesn't have like an actual thing where you're there anymore.
So you get to do it by mail.
Yeah,
That's fucking
because
sweet.
it was too small.
Because I know early voting's happening right now for Minnesota, and I should look into and actually get
so
it.
we just like get them in the mail. And
So
it's
I
like-
can't get fucked over.
Where's is your voting place close?
Yeah, well, yeah, but in 2016,
And we're a
voting
primary
for-
now when we were a caucus before. I think we changed. Otherwise, I don't know how that works.
I don't know either. But when Bernie was during the primaries, I couldn't vote for Bernie because I got off work and I had to rush to the polling station, and then I get there, and then there's no one there, and I'm like, there's a note on the door saying, "Oh yeah, we moved it into downtown St. Cloud or some shit, wherever
Yeah.
it was."
Yep.
And I'm like,
Voter suppression.
I'm like, what? And like every voter's been there. I voted for Obama there and shit. And it's like,
Yeah, they moved it. Yeah.
they moved it, and I couldn't make it into town in time to even vote for Bernie in the primary. So I'm like,
Damn.
it still went for Bernie, but I'm like,
Got to make sure Klobuchar don't win. So
We gotta really.
she's
do
pulling
this
at
shit.
like tied or ahead of Bernie in Minnesota right now, Klobuchar. So
yeah, you want to talk about South Carolina? Biden's winning, or has that changed finally?
Well, he was always winning in Carolina, but like
I knew he was coming back.
recently, that's the only state he's doing good in. But okay, but
He just needs that momentum, dude. Just like Buttigieg.
then there was ones that were showing it like almost even, if not even, and then there was one that came out all of a sudden saying that he was up a bunch of points, and I'm like, well, which one is it?
Biden.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't trust those polls.
exactly.
You never can trust those polls. I don't believe them.
Because there was one that said it was pretty much even, and then all of a sudden 2 days later, there's one that says he's way ahead, and it's like, well, which is it?
Right. On March 1st, Bernie Sanders is going to be in L.A. and Public Enemy is going to perform
I heard about
for
that.
it at one of his rallies. Public Enemy. Fear of a white nation. That's what it.
South Carolina
that's
hasn't
what
even
it
primaried
is.
yet. That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Yep.
And that's the only, because here's the
And
deal.
then Super Tuesday is literally Tuesday.
The Southern vote
Yep.
went heavily for Clinton.
Yeah.
It's going to go for Biden.
It's going to go for Biden because he's
I don't know.
He was on the Obama ticket.
I don't know why people got so excited with Sanders winning these primaries because it's the South that's going to fuck him.
Well, Bernie's ahead in Texas, so and that's worth a lot of fucking delegates.
Well, yeah, but they're probably pulling people. They're probably pulling people in Austin, which is like one of the most like liberal
Didn't they say
fucking
there were
cities.
states
in
who
the,
are trying to keep Bernie off the ballot because like they're saying he's not a Democrat, but if he wins the nomination,
That was Florida.
he
Just
has to run as a
because of the
Democrat.
Cuba thing. They were trying to do that.
he
It's
has
like,
to
really?
run as a Democrat if he gets the nomination. So it's like, well, he's technically gonna be a Democrat then.
Yeah.
It's like fucking. People are stupid.
Well, I tell him to prove to me that freaking Bloomberg is a Democrat, if that's the case.
Bloomberg's about as he's like literally Donald Trump with a D in front of his name. I mean, let's take out stop and frisk what he said about that, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's just that he wants to appear to be slightly more woke. I don't know how to
So Diet Trump?
Trump light.
Trump light.
we'll see
Trump
how
latte.
New York City votes.
Oh, New York isn't voting for him. 100%.
That's good.
Deadass.
No,
I heard that Bernie's ahead of Warren in wherever her home state is now.
Massachusetts.
Because apparently she was ahead of him usually, but now Bernie's ahead of her.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
They're feeling the burn, dude.
Yep.
It's probably because she said that insane shit during the debate.
Did you see? Like I think like 2 weeks ago, she said that she was like running out of money, so she had to take PAC money now. So now, over like the last so many days, she now has the second biggest PAC behind Donald Trump. Like,
dude. They're
like
trying to
money
buy
from
it.
like like rich people, pretty much.
Yeah,
Wow.
And I'm just like, holy shit.
I didn't mind Warren, but she's becoming dirtier and dirtier.
Well, she
as it
probably
goes
isn't
on.
gonna win, but with that PAC money, she's gonna be able to stay in long enough to fuck people over.
like Bernie.
Probably Bernie.
Let's say she takes votes from
She
Bernie
just takes
instead of
delegates.
Biden. Well, then yeah.
Well, what if none of them? What if Bernie's the only one that gets enough delegates to go to convention or whatever?
Well, see, you have to hit over.
Is
a
that
certain
even
amount.
possible?
Well, you have to get like a certain amount, and if you don't, even if you're the top guy with the most, if you didn't hit the threshold, it goes to the convention, and then the convention chooses. So it doesn't even matter if you're the guy with the most. That's what's bullshit. So everyone says
that's what's going to happen this time.
everyone says that if that happens, the Democratic Party is probably going to not exist anymore.
Oh yeah, you gotta understand all those independents that would vote.
They've
for
done
Bernie,
it
but
before,
not
and there
for a
was
Democrat.
rioting. Yeah,
And then how's Trump going to say it's bipartisan if there's no Democratic Party?
yeah, that's true. That would
Or
be
it's-
just the nail
or
in the
it's
coffin.
I mean, it's partisan. I mean,
The
you know what I mean?
Republicans, it's like a new party would have to be made at that point with like actual people running it, and not rich. No Clintons, none of that nepotism shit. No,
Well, I mean, third way Democrats have kind of like basically been the destructive force in the party for the last 20 years because They think that you can be a Republican and be a Democrat too, and that people will vote for you when they're going to vote for a Republican.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense. It's fucking stupid.
We'll see how enraging this becomes when they choose Biden, regardless. And then they say,
Super
they
delegate.
saw
say,
something that's
"Oh,
like-
he was the vice president. He has the most experience." It's like, fuck.
They don't even have to
yourself.
choose from those candidates. They could choose somebody else. So there's people were saying that like they could literally just say Hillary Clinton.
They could, but that won't even fly.
Please.
That won't even fly.
What would you do, Chris?
I think
please.
Biden has a bigger standing in the
Oh
DNC
no,
than
dude!
Clinton.
They'd go for Beto. Give him a second
Just
chance.
randomly, hey, let me go
Resurrection.
take a Beto.
Beto's like, Bernie's my running mate. It's like, oh fuck.
The two Bs.
Enough politics, goddammit.
Yeah.
Borderlands movie adaptation in the works.
Wait. That's not enough politics.
Oh, he's got something.
That's not enough politics.
What?
You guys didn't see that last minute ringer that I sent to the
Oh
group?
yeah.
About people being mad at a country singer?
Yep, Garth Brooks.
Oh shut up. Go ahead.
Yo.
Talk about it if you want. It's
Yes.
very dumb.
100%. So, if you voted for Trump and you like Garth Brooks, I have bad news for you.
Here we go.
He likes Barry Sanders. Are you fucking kidding me? So, a bunch of Trump supporters went on Garth Brooks, it looks like Instagram, and he was wearing a Barry Sanders jersey with 20 on it.
Which
Barry
that just
Sanders
says
number.
Sanders on the back.
Yeah, that just says Sanders on the back, like most jerseys do, just last name.
Yeah.
Then you immediately get the love the music, hate the shirt. I've listened to your songs for the last time. Like,
He's like, I thought you were American and stuff like that. I saw it. I'm like,
Barry Sanders is an old football player.
yes.
yes,
It's
one of the
literally
trolls on
like
the Lions.
every time they have
Yeah.
a tantrum like this, it's like at the end of the movie Bruno, where they figured out that straight Dave was actually gay, and it just like ruined it. Like people's lives were ruined, you know? They were like crying and shit.
It's like,
God dang it, that movie.
it says, I think one of these quotes verbatim says, I will always love your music, but you must have down a rabbit hole and swallowed a crazy pill. Disappointing. I'm sure hope Trisha keeps politics out of her shows.
Oh
like,
my god.
like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, I don't understand what that is. Can't you just do what you get paid to do? Why?
Oh
Why
my
does
God.
it always have to involve politics? So sad. We don't pay good money for anything other than to watch you perform. Thought you were different.
That's conservative. That
The best part about
a
it, though-
conservative. That's modern slavery right there, dude. Especially with football. Like the fucking conservatives are like Kaepernick's kneeling. It's like, wait, we don't pay you black people to kneel during the national anthem. It's like.
Yep.
It's like, wait, it's like you pay. It's like, well, kind of technically, but still.
Oh, but
there's-
guess what?
Now you do.
Yeah.
What would happen if he wore a Trump jersey? Would they feel the same way because
No.
he's being political? Of course they fucking wouldn't. They're
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
They're fucking trash, is what they are.
But hey, Bernie Sanders.
But then we,
killing it.
talk shit about those cops in Minnesota when Trump came and they were like just sucking his dick, his little knob, and then the cops were wearing like MAGAs and shit, and we were talking shit about that. But if it was Bernie shirts and stuff, would we have said anything?
But what I was gonna say
Yeah.
is
Probably not.
there were like Bernie
I'd run
supporters
that.
commenting saying thanks for feeling the burn and stuff like that just to troll me.
Yeah, that's funny.
Fucking
It's
sweet.
funny.
No, but Bernie's always been killing it with the musical guests. Like Killer
Oh, yeah.
Mike's been on since like he's ran
Yeah.
last time. He's got
sure.
fucking.
Like everywhere he goes, he has
Public
somebody
Enemy.
else. Pretty
Like
much.
that is
Well,
so
Killer Mike,
wild.
who's he voting for? Clinton again? Because I think that's all the rappers rode with last time was Clinton.
Was that a paid sponsorship?
No, it was on Breakfast Club probably. They all
Yeah.
just were saying they were voting for Clinton.
Do you think it was a paid sponsorship?
Well, that was probably
No.
after Bernie was already out of the race.
No, Killer Mike did interview Bernie.
yeah.
Wait, but did he support him though? I don't know.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
hope so.
Oh,
He can't
okay.
pay
Him,
them.
Cornel West, a couple other dudes were all just
Good.
riding
Good.
and rolling with Bernie.
Good,
Oh yeah.
good,
Oh yeah,
good,
Dr. West actually. My bad.
There you go.
good. I don't have to dislike Killer Mike more than I already do.
Killer Mike is not bad.
Yeah, he is.
He's not great, but he's not bad.
Yeah, he is. I remember that Breakfast Club interview where he said, "What's that wild shit that he said? That you should only support black business and stuff."
Yeah.
And like,
if you're black, you should support black business. Is that what
yeah,
you said?
yeah.
I don't understand how that's bad.
Well, that's just not how the economy works.
A lot of
Like-
white people probably support just white business though too. So I mean, like,
That's
You know,
true.
Like, I exclusively support black business. Like, I could see that, but like, if you're
it's
black, you
almost
should support black
impossible these
business. Like,
days.
we gotta start with. Yeah, I don't think that's bad.
And if you tried to, the government would just say you can't act like. Money's free speech unless you're trying to do something that we don't want you to do.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else he said, but it was
Yeah.
it was
Bleep this. Is probably like my worst nemesis. I don't even want his name on the podcast. I can't stand that guy.
Ross is like fucking A.
Dang it, guys.
My bad. I had to say it. Like,
Who is this guy?
Just one of the worst. Like, after the show, we will look up just a 3-minute blurb of him speaking in general. Like, not even just on a specific topic. Him speaking in general. I guarantee you'll hate this guy's guts.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I think we had this discussion before about supporting black business on a previous episode. It's like, when you support black business, it's, it's okay to support black business, of course. Sure. But it's like supporting black business and expecting to get something back, but supporting them anyway. So it's like your mom and pop corner stores, like, absolutely support them because they support the community. But supporting, like, people like Jay-Z and Killer Mike, it's like, specifically Jay-Z, it's like when they're saying support black business, support me. And it's like, you give nothing back, though. Why the fuck would anybody support you?
And the thing is
like,
I understand what
shit.
you're saying. Like, that's how Vermont is such an amazing place, because you'll walk into a restaurant and you see Vermont this, Vermont that. We have coffee from down the street and shit like that. And it's like, that's why areas like that thrive, is you shopping locally. And I mean, if you want to shop black, you want to shop locally, you want to shop white, whatever, do that shit. But understand, what Bryce is saying too, the accountability needs to come with the dollars too.
Yeah.
Like,
and the fact that it's just promoting, like, bad ideology. Like Alex said, like, white people are going to support only white people business then. And it's just like, it's just another disparity, another rift in the fucking system we don't need.
Right.
It's like, shop where it's most convenient for you, where you get the best deals. Like, don't do it by color. Don't do anything by color, pretty much. It's like...
Well, that's the...
I think we argued that last time, though, where it was like, I know me as an individual, I can't speak for the entire black community because I won't do that.
I'll speak for all the poison ivory. I'll do it.
Me as an individual, I like to see, not exclusively, I don't want this to be misconstrued, I like to see people that look like me winning at shit. Like, I like to see that shit, because not to say, oh, I feel like I can't do it until I see someone else do it, but to, like, prove that shit exists. It's like seeing the fucking Tooth Fairy, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. What is this?
Well, how did
Like,
Donald Trump win? No one looks like him.
Right, that's what I'm like, we don't have any Cheeto Americans.
Cheeto Americans.
But yeah, like, that's what drives the people, to, in my lane, in my mindset, to support, like, the Jay-Z's and support the Killer Mikes. But yeah, they do. I 100% agree with you. The dollars need accountability as well.
As a poor white person who represents all poor white people, I like it when poor white people win as well.
Yeah,
but off their bootstraps, like Eminem. Putting in the work
behind that. 100%.
Not the white people who get $3 million loans from their dad to develop in Manhattan.
Yeah,
which is the most obvious decision you could ever make if you have $3 million.
You can't lose.
Is make money by buying in a cheap fucking realty in the biggest fucking city in the United States. It's like, no shit, it's gonna go up in price. Like, no shit.
So I saw an article.
Fuck you, Trump.
Where a guy said that Trump was the first black president.
Who said that?
There's an article.
Who? Poison Ivory said that.
No, it was a black guy.
That's a super.
what?
Wait,
It was a black guy who said that.
wait. That's was it blind Dave Chappelle?
That's why. Yeah,
It was blind Dave Chappelle.
I don't know, but all I know is I was like, what the fuck?
The thing is like,
You're just like, what the hell?
I can't say it because I know I'm gonna have to bleep it. We will talk about that.
I mean,
after
there's
the show.
definitely black people who support Trump.
Yeah, there's Uncle Tom's. Can I say that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Can I just throw
Yeah.
that?
That's
Uncle
not the
Tom
correct
is a-
character from the book, though.
Well, you get what I mean by
Yeah.
the phrase.
What's the dude's name in the Uncle Tom book? The actual guy.
Starts with an S.
Ex-NFL player
Snape?
declares Trump America's first black president.
Who?
Former NFL safety Jack Brewer.
Yeah, see, he got hit in the head too much.
Brain.
Yeah, that's brain
Traumatic.
damage. He got hit in the head. Traumatic
on.
brain injury from football.
You can't be doing that.
Yeah, that's. I don't blame that on him. I can't. No.
He know not what he say.
He wants Trump to buy an XFL team or something and like hire him. That's
Oh yeah, that would be funny.
Put me back in the
You gotta
field,
talk to
coach.
you gotta talk to fucking Vince McMahon, dude, if you
That
want that
is
shit back.
fucking-
There he is. That's what he
Hilarious.
looks like.
Yeah, he looked like I expected.
Oh,
him to look
fake
like.
woke ass Malcolm X looking motherfucker.
He looked exactly like I hoped him to look.
What are you doing?
Gotta record Snapchats while I'm filming.
Ross, bleep the Malcolm X
That's
thing, because I think that's racist.
that's.
I don't know.
That's how I
it's-
get the word
That's
out.
not racist.
Yeah, he kind of does look like
The
it.
thing is, you're not
Yeah.
wrong. I
Yeah.
don't think you're wrong.
Okay, then we're
Yeah.
good. Don't
If you-
bleep it.
If you would have said,
It's 2020, new year, new me. I'm gonna say edgier shit that sounds racist.
even edgier.
Every
than before.
edgier, every edge. I'm gonna edge.
It's the year of poison ivory.
2020, the year of Poison Ivory.
Is that gonna be your rap name, bro?
Yeah, Poison Ivory. Yes, yes. I'm gonna be a superhero and I'm
I'm
gonna wear like
100%
like a
ready
green-
for all of the smoke that comes behind it.
someone's gonna see me in public and just punch me in the face. And, and I'm gonna be like, I can't even blame you.
There's gonna be a parody rapper who raps about being a Trump supporter.
Yeah. Trump was the first black president. Yeah.
Remember a while ago in the episodes we were talking about putting out a dating site?
Yep.
And,
Ross.
Yeah, for Ross.
Yeah.
And the thing
Catfish?
yes, that would 100% fit the narrative.
That's awesome. Okay, no more politics now.
Yeah, okay.
Borderlands movie adaptation in the works from Eli Roth and Lionsgate. So, Alex, are you excited for this being a Borderlands fan?
The only good one was number 1, so I can't really say I'm a fan of it.
Fair. Eli Roth, he's done some good shit. He's a good director.
I'm waiting.
Wasn't
for
I'm not
fucking-
excited
I'm
for
waiting
a
for National
Borderlands
Treasure
movie.
3, man.
National Treasure 3?
Yep.
Okay.
That's actually happening apparently, which
Really?
is amazing. Yes.
Man,
Nick
so
Cage
I-
must have made some more bad financial decisions and needs some more money now.
What was that called again?
What?
National
What did-
National Treasure.
Is he making it again?
They
you just want one?
were claiming they're making it now,
It better be good.
right?
Were the
What
first
else?
two bad?
The second one was bad.
Really? I thought it was pretty.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty
That was shit.
I'm sure you did.
The first one's amazing, but the second one is just...
Second one was fine.
Why
man.
was it
I don't know
made?
what you're talking about, man.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as they brought in those fucking MAGA hat people, I'm like, why is this made?
Oh.
Confederates and shit. My grandpa was a Confederate or great
Hey, that's
racist
freaking what's his
grandpa.
name?
Ed Harris.
Yeah, Ed Harris. Yeah.
Ed
Yeah.
motherfucking Harris.
I'm excited for that. To see what they do with the Borderlands movie, but if it's not rated R, get the fuck out
What's
of
it
here.
even
Yeah.
gonna be?
It's gonna
about?
have to be because like
Sanic. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they'll just follow the movie or the game.
Then it won't be.
Find a
good.
vault. You're right. It won't be.
it's gonna be a first.
It's just gonna be some stupid. You're gonna be a vault hunter,
It's
but
gonna
not
be like
the vault
hard,
hunter.
It should be a
it's
t-
gonna
it
be
should be a
first
TV
person
show.
where it's like hardcore Henry, but
Yeah.
instead you're doing quest for TK Baja.
It should be a TV
Yeah.
show on a streaming service.
No, it's gonna be a movie with
Tales
Ryan
from the
Reynolds
Borderlands,
But
yeah.
they even
as the main guy.
I saw a thing making the case
he'd
that
be
Indiana
Handsome Jack,
Jones,
dude.
Yeah.
that any new Indiana Joneses should just be on a streaming service. I
Disney
thought,
Plus?
on Disney
'Cause-
Plus.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't read the article, but someone
No,
was trying
I
to
just
say-
want one more
Ding-a-ling.
Harrison Ford movie where he hands over the mantle.
To who,
Shia
though?
LaBeouf.
To Shia
Ryan
LaBeouf.
Reynolds.
Daniel Craig.
Man, Ryan
Daniel
Reynolds-
Craig.
Oh, shit.
No, to no, the guy that played that played him in Solo.
Oh no!
Yeah, hell yeah,
Just so he's gonna fail again.
hell yeah. Then they could
Holy
do another
shit.
Young Indiana Jones reboot
God damn.
with him.
Yeah.
It's great. This is perfect. We should be people who make movies.
Yeah, because you know,
Or the idea makers.
Yeah.
The people that say yes
we
and
only
no.
have to have
Yeah,
one
go
out of
right
the
there.
5 hit, like actually
Yeah.
do good, you know.
Speaking of video game movies, I saw Sonic.
How was it?
Okay, so let me be clear. Let me be clear. This is a kids movie, and I expected it to be rated R, and it wasn't.
Rip.
And I didn't know that. It was a kids movie. It was a theater full of kids that talked and cried nonstop.
Oh God.
And I
No,
went with
those
Chris.
were Man children
Other
and
Chris.
Chris Chan, dude.
And it was good, but it wasn't like there was nothing wrong with it really, except for that they went full kid movie. So there wasn't like I laughed
So-
a few times, but there wasn't enough.
I hear
For
Jim
me,
Carrey
So
like-
they
supposed to be
didn't.
really
They didn't
good.
go to. They didn't make it Detective Pikachu enough. Like, to
No,
be good?
God, no.
Okay.
They went full kid.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So this is a video game kid movie.
Yep.
And Jim Carrey was really good. He did his physical comedy like you would see in Ace Ventura or The Mask or whatever, just over-the-top physical
I
comedy.
swear I heard talk about another Ace Ventura possibly, which would be
That-
amazing.
That would be amazing.
Sorry, but the film.
He still has it. Jim Carrey still
Yeah,
has
I
it. He
could
was
not
like,
not support
he
him.
was the best part in that
Well,
movie.
Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls is still like one of the greatest, if not the greatest film ever made.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura,
Yeah.
and when nature, is that that's the second one where he
one.
comes out of the rhino.
Yep. Oh, she's giving birth or whatever. The people
Yeah.
are watching. Also,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie's really good, but I think he still has it, and there's still room for his comedy,
That's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
100%.
as long as it's rated R.
as long as it's rated R.
He did good as
the
Dr.
Nature Calls
Robotnik.
movie rated? That was PG-13.
Which one?
Probably.
But that was 90s PG-13.
Yeah, 90s PG-13 was rated R. That's where
movie
they
is
show
that?
full pen.
Which
The,
movie?
When Nature Calls.
Oh,
the Ace
yeah.
Ventura.
Oh yeah, dude.
We were sitting there, and it was like a kid movie. I'm like, oh great, it's a kid movie. Then when Sonic started flossing, doing the floss
I think
dance,
he does that like twice in the movie. I think it's.
I looked at Chris, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? and it wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad. Like it wasn't bad for a kids movie or anything like that. I laughed at some parts.
Is Knuckles in it?
The echidnas are in it, but not Knuckles.
They're saving him for the sequel,
What
right?
did I
Yeah.
say? Like,
They were just at the beginning.
Okay.
There's like Knuckles wasn't in it, or he could have been, but it's not.
He's like
implied.
hidden somewhere.
Yeah, it was the echidnas.
Like he's the Boba Fett of the series.
oh,
Could be.
shit.
They had some fucking Bambi shit in there, like with Longclaw. They had toddler Sonic in there, which was really cute actually.
Nice.
And at the beginning, so that was kind of cool. It was just like a little stubbier Sonic that was really
shit.
fast. It was pretty good. I liked it. Like the rings are, you just think of a place and you could throw them out, and they like stretch and open a portal to another wherever you think
Well, that's
or
So-
want to go.
so if you don't have
so
any
that's
more
what the
rings,
rings do.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
I guess so. So it's pretty much the movie was like a journey to.
How does he get more rings? Like knocking people?
No, he was given a bag of rings to use in emergency, like just in case of emergencies
okay.
by Longclaw, who is his owl mother mentor.
Oh, okay.
That in Green Hill Zone where he grew up, and
Oh, okay.
and she dies.
It doesn't actually refer to
At
it
the
as Green
beginning.
Hill Zone, does it?
She was killed by the echidnas.
Spoiler.
Oh, well, stop ruining the movie.
It has not- I didn't think you were gonna see the movie, Ron. Spoiler alert.
Streaming services, hello.
Yeah, I suppose does Disney? No, Disney don't own Sonic.
It'll make it to one of them.
Yeah, it wasn't bad though. But there was kids nonstop. I had a little girl that was sitting with a family next to me. She walked up to my chair and she's like, "Hey," and I saw her out of the corner of my eye. And I was just like trying to ignore her, and then she starts slapping my shin because I was reclined, and she starts slapping my shin, and I look at her, and then she starts waving, and I just wave back to her, and then she runs off, and I'm like, oh, that was cute, like.
Yeah.
But if it happens again, I'm fighting you.
I had a thing like that kind of happen in like a Dollar General like a few weeks ago. I was in the store and I was of course getting food because I'm fat.
Yeah.
And this little kid comes in with his dad, and the little kid looks and is like, "Oh, hey, John's here." And the dad looks.
And then you got arrested.
No, the dad looks at me and he's like, "That ain't John," or whatever. And the kid's just like, "Oh." Then they go down a different aisle, and the kid's like, "Do you think that was John's hat?"
What? The dad looks at you. He's like, "That ain't no John." That's fucking
Probably
great.
just because I had the same hat as the guy or something.
That's
shit
funny.
is super funny.
How old was the kid? Just like toddler?
Yeah, wasn't too.
Had to hold hands with dad still? Yeah.
Kind of like
yeah.
that.
Like a,
Okay.
I was just like, "Oh."
That's
That
funny.
ain't John.
That's funny.
I mean, how many guys with like really?
It's like,
big
I could
beards
be.
there
I should've
like,
Yeah. If you have a kid, go see the Sonic movie. You'll probably like it. So it's not a bad video game movie actually, which is nice.
You'll be entertained enough as an adult, or not at all as an adult.
I didn't walk out of the theater, so
Okay.
that was good enough, I guess.
Works.
Samick.
Just Sonic. My Sonic shirt wasn't washed, so I couldn't wear it for this.
What about your
podcast.
Shadow the Hedgehog shirt?
I don't have that.
What about your Sonic OCs?
I don't know what that is.
What about your Sonic Bernie Sanders crossover shirt?
Oh,
That would be
shit.
cool. Gotta win fast.
Did I have Trump as
What was-
Robotnik?
Oh, yep.
What was the Sonic game on Dreamcast? That's
Sonic Adventures.
Adventures.
It's right over there
Fucking
in my stack of games I cleaned.
Fucking sweet. I remember playing that shit. Shout out Tony. I remember playing that shit.
Shout
with
out Tony. Jason Statham eyed for an MCU role. He was the top
shit.
pick for Bullseye and Daredevil, but due to scheduling, he had to pass, but said next time. But it was a Netflix show, and Jason Statham still does movies, so I'm sure he just said no because it's a Netflix show.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be. I mean,
Different.
But apparently, Kevin Feige said he was really nice, and I think it's implied that they probably will find something for him.
I'm trying to think of what the heck he would play.
Hopefully, a superhero, one that's like British and like sassy,
Saucy.
saucy. Yeah, I don't know.
Sassy superhero.
I don't know. I could see him. He could easily be a villain though, which is shitty.
Yeah.
It's true.
He should be
super
fucking. He should be
badass, though.
fucking Ten Rings guy
The Mandarin?
in the Mandarin.
I'm sure they got that figured out already, though.
Yeah, maybe. Did you hear? Did you guys see the trailer for that Hunt movie, The Hunt?
Well, that's that one that...
It's like that island, or it's like that island story from back in the day, or
Yeah,
Surviving
I know
the
what you're
Game.
saying.
Take people out
That's
and
that
hunt
movie
them?
that
Yeah.
got held back. It was supposed to come out last year, but they had the like shooting stuff happen or whatever, and then it got pushed back.
Shooting stuff,
Yeah.
like mass
All
shooting.
the mass shootings and
Yeah.
stuff.
Because in the movie they like hunt conservatives or whatever.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's spoiler alert.
It's in the commercials for the movie.
Spoiler alert. I didn't know that.
Yo.
So they hunt conservatives.
It's like rich. It's like rich liberal ones hunt like conservatives in the movie.
That's. Are you
That's
kidding?
the entire
That's
premise
that
of the
is
movie?
that. It's not the other way around.
I no.
Why would they make that movie?
It was
good.
supposed to be like a kind of like a
What
joke-
if kind
a
of
joke
thing?
kind of movie, but like
People are gonna like. You're gonna
because
see it
of
on
course
Fox News.
because of course the ones end up fighting back and like it ends up
Winning.
Well apparently and they say the movie makes fun of both sides. So
You're gonna see Tucker
Okay,
Carlson.
I still want to see it,
Yeah.
but that's
That sounds-
shitty. That's a
sounds
shitty
You're gonna see
concept.
Tucker and like his four chins. That's why his name is Tucker, by the way.
The rich liberals
They'll be
that
like,
were like
they'll be like,
capable
our
of
rich
murder would
liberals.
just
He's like, but rich
'Cause they're
liberals
not
are actually
stupid.
hunting
Straight to the top.
conservatives.
It's like, yeah,
And then someone says, no, it's just a movie, and he just shouts them down.
yeah.
yeah, probably.
One side goes in
And we're back.
Mitch,
And we're back.
Mitch McConnell.
That's funny.
God, do we even
And
wanna,
we're back.
Are we even gonna air
Mitch
this
McConnell.
episode?
Yeah. We only cut like 10. We only got cut 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's gonna take
10
take
minutes.
a lot longer for me to edit this one.
If you,
No.
That's fucking
No, dude.
terrible, but also hilarious.
That's all I got. You guys want to talk about any of this random shit that you got on the? Oh yeah, I wrote this down. Remember that SpiderMan mural that we had downtown?
Yep, I do.
It was on the side of Granite City Comics, and I just noticed it like the other day. I'm like, I remember when that was there.
Yep.
It was gone, and it's gone now.
Oh.
It was a huge Spider-Man mural for a comic book store on the side of a building that was on our main road division in St. Cloud.
Yep.
And they fucking tore it down. Or they always like repainted it too, so it was bright and nice and everything, and they got rid of it. And I miss it.
I think they covered it up, and then they got like a billboard there now or something. I think, or
yeah,
something.
billboard for bullshit.
Yeah, probably
dumb shit. Probably.
Yeah. Well, when Granite City Comics moved, they're like, "Oh, these are comic books." It's like that's like so cool. And
it's funny because they're still
staple.
like literally like right there though.
Yeah, they're just moved down.
Yeah, they're by like
block
herbs and gerbs, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. I just wanted to say that you guys could talk about the other shit if you want.
Oh, let's see what we got.
Or we can call it. Does anybody have anything they want to say?
Konami Code guy died. The guy who made the Konami Code.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I think about it. We have icons of gaming, and they're gonna go someday. I was watching some.
Yeah, dude. Once Miyamoto goes, like.
Yeah, Sugary Motorola. I was watching some videos of him on YouTube.
I'm leaving that out.
and I was like, oh man, what if he goes? Like, that's gonna be sad, dude. He doesn't know English, but he's always smiling and ready to please Americans, like with Zelda and Mario and shit. Like, that's gonna be
Many a tear will be.
That's gonna be sad, dude. David Brevett goes. We ain't gonna have nobody left. We ain't gonna have nobody left, Alex. Did you know that? No, you never mind. I was gonna go into more Diablo stuff. Go ahead, Ross. What were you gonna say about bacon bags?
Oh, I guess we could talk about that. I mean,
the Konami Code guy. We could still talk about him. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not even gonna try.
I don't have it up in front of me.
What are they gonna put on his tombstone? Is it just gonna be
the Konami Code?
It better be on his fucking tombstone.
Hey, baby. You're so far down there.
Did anybody eat? Okay, I have a random topic. Did anybody eat that crazy ass sandwich from KFC yet?
There's a new one from KFC.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a chicken sandwich, and instead of bread, they got 2 donuts.
2 donuts?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I remember when they had that one chicken
that's
sandwich.
That's called a coronary.
Right on the spot.
That's fucked up, dude.
Is that like the Luther or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, is this a real thing? I was thinking if I had enough time, I was going to stop and bring some to the set, but I did not have enough time.
You should have done that.
Because I don't want to die on camera. Off camera, maybe.
Dude, we need to make our shows where we do the album review show, and then we also have the show where we test fast food items that come out.
That, yes.
We've talked about it before on the podcast. I want to do it.
Yeah.
Like a food show, because Wendy's breakfast items came out or whatever.
Oh, I went there, and I saw the picture of the fucking...
Baconator?
The breakfast Baconator, or whatever it's called. Yeah. And I was like...
Yep. It's got like sausage, egg, and bacon and cheese, and it's like big like
it almost looked like it had a sauce on it, too, and I was like, what?
Hollandaise.
Yep, I think that's what it might have been. It looked like that.
Hollandaise.
It's kind of what it looked like.
Hollandaise.
Kind of what it looked like, so it probably is.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Oh, man. Yeah. We gotta
Sorry, but like Haagen-Dazs just sounds like the name of like when you make first contact, that's what that guy's name's gonna be, you know?
Haagen-Dazs? So, anything else? You guys want to say anything else? We're drawing it out. We're drawing it out.
I think we got to cut ourselves off here before we go too far down the rabbit hole, you know?
Yep.
Start talking about, like, you know, dolls and stuff. Like, you know, Bryce usually gets onto the topic of if we're straight.
Yeah.
If we go on for too long.
Sex dolls. You know, just, you know, Sugary Motorola, you be safe, okay? You be safe. We need you to make more Marios.
More Marios.
All right. We will catch you next time.
Late.
And don't downvote us or we'll fuck you up.
We'll find you.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 Podcast.